I want to play this video of Cory Booker. He says that Biden is the best job producing president that we've had. Um, wow. Unbelievable. Anyway, let's roll the video. Por favor, Mr. Hanson. This is Cory Booker.
Well, I'm excited because if you compare Joe Biden's presidency to Donald Trump's presidency, you have a clear contrast. While millions of jobs were lost under Donald Trump, you've had Joe Biden be the best job-producing president we've had. Joe Biden inherited this crisis where Donald Trump was telling us to inject ourselves with bleach. Biden got us through that crisis, and now, after the whole world really suffering from a tough economy, our economy is showing signs of strength that are the envy of the world around. We see manufacturing coming back in our economy. We see investments in everything from infrastructure all the way from the environment, historic investments. And I just sat with some business leaders in the tech sector and saying that Chips and Science Act that we did is going to pay dividends for generations to come. He's got a story to tell.
Okay. I mean, what a liar. Where do I start? All right. First off, Joe Biden has not created the most jobs in history. And I know you look at the numbers of people that have returned to the workforce after the COVID lockdowns, and it's easy when you have a liar like Cory Booker, when you have a liar like Joe Biden that believes that you're stupid because you vote for them, you're a Democrat, and they believe, and frankly, I hate to say it, but oftentimes they're right, that you're not going to do your own research and check up on these guys to make sure that your leaders aren't lying to you. But what we have still are people returning to the job market after layoffs, so on, et cetera, due to the COVID lockdowns. And I intentionally did not say the pandemic, but the lockdowns. All right, we've learned that 15 in this last week, we've learned that 15 governmental agencies all knew that fascist Fauci was conducting this gain of function research at the Wuhan lab in China, and they absolutely said nothing about it. They knew how dangerous it was. They absolutely said nothing about it. Just a shame. It's sickening. All right, so he's a liar. The jobs haven't increased. The economy is in bad shape thanks to Joe Biden, and we'll talk about this more. Oh, but the good news is Biden was able to give $7 billion to the former Solyndra CEO. So Joe Biden says the inflation isn't that bad. He's trying to spin the inflation numbers. Hat tip Breitbart, gas prices hit 6-month high, spiking more than 50% under Joe Biden. So the nationwide average price for regular gas hit a reported 6-month high of $3.60 a gallon. This occurred on Tuesday, spiking more than 50% under Joe Biden. In the past month, gas prices rose more than 20 cents. They are over $1 more expensive, $2.38 than when Trump left office. Gas prices remain high and could go higher due to industry and political factors. Biden's economic war on the American energy independence during instability in the Middle East and in Ukraine are significant factors. And guys, listen, fuel drives up the cost of absolutely everything. Absolutely everything. If you have to pay more for gas, I own a small business. You pay more for fuel. It eats into your profits. It eats into your ability to be able to perform certain jobs. You have to raise prices everywhere because you have to transport stuff, so on, et cetera. It just costs more money. Imagine truckers. Imagine businesses that need, shipments and products and all this kind of stuff shipped in. It drives up the cost of absolutely everything. So for this guy to lie and Cory Booker to lie and try to spin and say the economy is doing better under Biden, more jobs are no. People are still returning to the workforce. Don't forget this. I know people want to go past COVID because, for whatever reason, I don't know, maybe you got the jab or maybe you feel embarrassed that you got lied to by the administration. I know people want to move past it, but just to remember how evil it feels like so long ago the Biden administration was when it came to lockdowns. I mean, these people destroyed the economy. Under Trump, I think he got duped, I'll be completely honest with you, by fascist Fauci and Deborah Birx. I think he had a good heart, but he fell for it. I think that was part of the Democrat strategy to get Trump out of office. That's my opinion anyway, and I think Trump fell for it. But it's still, even then, in his last year, you saw an uptick in the economy, and unfortunately he lost. And well, listen. All right. Anyway, I'll just say that. All right. So and then Biden came in. He locks things down. He continues with this nonsense, masking, segregation of people, all this kind of nonsense that fascist Fauci admitted behind congressional doors. Everything was made up. Masks were made up. 6 feet of distancing. He admitted he should have to admit this stuff in public. Every single thing. Listen to me. Every single thing the CDC made up was a complete and utter lie. Fascist Fauci admitted it. He should be forced to admit that in public, in camera, on camera, right before he's hauled off to jail. And yes, he should go to jail. He should die in jail. And I don't regret saying that. Netflix announces layoffs in films in the films division. Yeah, the economy is doing so much better under this guy. Consumer prices rose 3.5% from a year ago in March, more than expected. Oh, but here's the good news, guys. Just in case you were concerned about, I don't know, more of your money being spent for bad purposes. Have no fear. Biden is spending $7 billion of your money to give money to this former Solyndra executive. So the Biden administration is giving $7 billion to a project run by the former top executive of the failed green energy company Solyndra. They're just recycling their corruption. This is insane. Brian Harrison, the former CEO of Solyndra, is now president of an Arizona subsidiary of the Taiwanese chip maker TSMC. That's who Cory Booker was talking about, according to the Washington Free Beacon. All right, Harrison is heading a project to build a semiconductor manufacturing plant in the U.S., part of a push by the U.S. to onshore production of valuable advanced semiconductors that are in large part produced in Taiwan. Now, that's a good thing, all right? The bad thing is it's going through a former corrupt ex-Solyndra boss whose company received $500 million and collapsed of your money and collapsed within 2 years. This is unbelievable. But this is the state of our economy. All right, how much time do we have, Mr. Hanson? Okay, let's take a call, but you have to be quick. Let's go to Walter. Walter is in Michigan. Walter, welcome to the Mike Gallagher Show. You've got the mic. Walter, go right ahead, please.
All right, man. I didn't know what to do. They had me on mute, man. Hey, welcome back, Walter. Hey, man, I talked to you a few months ago around Thanksgiving.
Walter.
I hope you enjoyed your chitlin dinner, man. You probably remember that call.
All right, go right ahead, Walter. We're running short on time, so go right ahead.
I'll get to the point, man. You are 100% right about the Democrat Party, even from birth, straight from the pits of hell. They are wicked to the core. Joe Biden is an evil man. He's one of the biggest liars next to Obama I've ever heard in my life. I don't think the man has ever told. In fact, he has told so many lies. I tell you what, if Jesus Christ himself would suspend him upside down over the lake of fire, you still couldn't get the truth out of Joe Biden. Cory Booker, that's right. I said it. I believe it. And I settled. And guess what? Cory Booker, what a useful idiot Negro. That's right. I said it. House Negro. He's a useful idiot, and he's lying. Those are Trump's. The Republican Party, you need to say, when they come out with that lie about jobs were created under Joe Biden, they need to say, no, don't even steal Donald Trump's thunder and steal Donald Trump's jobs. Those are jobs that were created under Donald Trump before the COVID scam.
All right, Walter, we have to leave it there. Good call.